Very early on, Christy mentioned there was Huntington's in the family and that he could end up in a wheelchair. I'd never heard of the condition.
I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis in 2007. I had symptoms such as double vision, and I also had numbness from the waist down.
I suppose when I go out to play, it is very important that I do think about head injury. There's been a lot of concussion in Gaelic games, particularly recently. I've been concussed in the past, so I'd be very aware of it personally, and it's just something that we have to be very protective of.
Yeah, anytime you play Gaelic games, whether it's football or hurling, you always worry about head injuries because there's always a high enough chance of getting a head injury in contact sport.
It wasn't until Christy started to show certain, the tremors of the hands, slurred speech. I often thought myself, I'd be on the phone and Christy would be very slurred, and you would think that he had a few drinks on him. He was let go from his job because they thought he was drinking while on duty.
My day-to-day life is affected. I have fatigue, which some people don't really understand what it is, but it means that every day I need to, perhaps around midday, I will need to lie down and I will need to rest for maybe half an hour or so. And also my balance can be affected if I get tired and if I don't watch my energy.
I think with Huntington's, because it's such a rare condition, you're linked up with a neurologist, and as good as they are, they're not a specialist in the condition. So sometimes it's trial and error, whereas other countries are so much more up to a different level. They have a specialist hospital and they have specialist nurses, and we definitely in Ireland need something on that line.
When it comes to the future for me and for other people with neurological conditions, Ireland is a very frightening place. We don't have services. I think we're next to Poland and Belarus in terms of the levels of neuro-rehabilitation care. Seeing a neurologist, I think the waiting time is 1 year, if not a bit more. So Ireland, as one of my colleagues has passed comment before, if you have a neurological condition in Ireland, the best thing you could do is emigrate. Norway has the same, let's say, an equivalent population as Ireland. They have more than 200 neurologists. We have 33.
I'm aware that the neurological appointments can take a long time in Ireland, up to a year, and it's a lot better over in England, where it can take only 19 weeks, which I think is obviously a lot better system, and it's something where Ireland has to catch up on.
For the neuro-rehabilitation strategy, this was published in 2011, and it's a fantastic piece of work. So it's there, but it needs money. We can talk the talk, but we're not actually walking the walk when it comes to neuro-rehabilitation in Ireland.
Yeah, there's the fewest amount of rehabilitation consultants in Ireland at the moment per capita, so that's a very worrying situation at the moment, so hopefully that can be improved on in the future.
The services, you have to be linked in early with them to be able to have any quality of life. It's just, he has people coming in now, we get 22 hours home help every week, and with that, Chris has 3 people that come in, and then it means so much, it really does. It helps us both. Ideally, if I could get the 40 hours home help, that I could go and do my job in the morning, come home and leave my job behind me, rather than you're coming home, you're doing some of your hours at home, you're doing some hours, and you're just all over the place. When you're at home, you're never really at home, and when you're at work, you're never really at work. So you're constantly just between the two, and it can be a bit head-wrecking.
Austerity, cutbacks, what it actually means for people with neurological conditions, and also for the not-for-profit organisations, it's destroying people's lives.
All services being cut back completely or curtailed greatly, so I think something needs to be done about that and more funding is needed.